Hello, my little draconic wolfkins. I hope all of you are doing well. If you like what you see and hear, please like, subscribe, and turn on that bell. Alright, let's get into it. So, the memories may be a little hazy, but to me, that's better. When I was a non denominational Christian, my church frequently went on week or two long camping trips in the Poconos in Pennsylvania. I myself was born in Philadelphia, so shit went down a lot. Anyway, from the church, the camp we resided to was called Camp Streamside, but the staff and church would always tell us before we took off, stay far away from the house across the creek. Well, my adoptive mother was an ex-nurse and put it put in charge of the medical staff at camp. And I was only 8, so I had to sleep in a big main cabin called HQ. I went to sleep with a lot of my friends from church, but mom wanted me within eyesight because of my tendency to wander off exploring. The first 2 nights were pretty nice, cool, calm, but by the third, shit started to going from normal to clusterfuck really fucking quick. Our camp was adjacent to another camp, which I'll just call Other Camp or OC for short. They were a bunch of preppy teens who like to fuck around, and we like to have fun with them. The third night shit goes down. We start to play a game called Mission Impossible, basically a mixture between Manhunt, CTF, and Flashlight Tag. And my kind of shit, but sadly, since my mom was my chaperone, I had to be a fucking searcher. Anyway, the horn sounded, and my mom and I went out with huge search flashlights tagging people along the way, but when 10 hit, we were called in for unexplained reasons. Well, to the others. My mom was called over on an urgent scenario. 2 OC campers had gone missing. I do not remember their names, but I'll call them Joey and Lucy for now. Search parties had gone out and their partners were questioned. One girl said, "We went across the creek to hide in some tall grass, and Kylie tells me to run. We didn't know Joe and Lucy were gone." Kyle said, "We looked for them for about half an hour and we couldn't find them anywhere. I thought across the creek where that creepy ass looking cabin is, and always has one light on." Billy mutters some sort of prayer, then says to my mom, "Wait here, they're at the house." Hours pass, and 2 kids, bruised and bloody, show up, and my mom tells me to shine my light on their hands. Sure thing, Lucy's middle finger and ring finger were clean off, no signs of jagged flesh, so no tears, just almost like her fingers were sliced off. Joe's ring finger and pinky finger were cut off. Lucy said something along the lines of, "We didn't see them, they saw us, and then they hit our heads really hard and we woke up fingerless." They? Who's they? Sure thing, 2 nights later, 2 more kids get abducted and the same thing happens. What the actual fuck is going on? Fingers were cut clean off. The next day we packed our things and left. No word spoken. I vaguely remember police vans pulling up after us, and then nobody talked about it again. I don't know why I remember it, but somebody else does. Nobody else does. Was it a dream? Fuck, I remember it as clearly as day. Normally dreams are a little hazy, but all I remember is we never returned to that camp ever. That was 8 years ago, but it feels like millions. If any of you have been to Camp Streamside and know what the fuck I'm talking about, I need answers. Thanks.